everybody, it's Sophie from littlebrownharevintage.com. So today I thought I would walk you through the process that I go through when I want to completely uphaul and revamp a piece of furniture. I recently bought this lovely antique oak rocking chair off a Facebook sale site, and I'll just show you what it looks like. So you can see there that the seat pad of the chair is like this, I don't know, old-fashioned kind of yellow material. Not really my taste. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reupholster the seat pad itself. I'm kind of undecided whether to use like a French toile fabric or whether to use like a ticking fabric. I'm going to go to the, oh gosh, I've forgotten what it's called, the Fent shop. I don't know if that's just an English term, but basically the fabric shop, and buy some material for the seat. So what I'm going to do is lime wash it, which kind of will give it a weathered wood look. If you like restoration hardware type pieces of furniture, or kind of a beachy feel to furniture, then that's what it's going to look like. So I will walk you through the whole process of going to the shop, buying the fabric, then coming back, reupholstering the seat pad, and then doing the lime washed finish on the seat as well. So come with me and you will see what I do. Hi everybody. So I'm on the way now to my local Fent shop in Skipton, which actually is also the place where I get my Annie Sloan Chalk Paint from. So I just thought I would show you some of the views on the way. I live in a place called West Yorkshire, which is in the north of England, and we're just on the edge of the Yorkshire Dales here, and it's a lovely autumn day and it is just gorgeous. We're so lucky to live here. So anyway, sorry for the joggly ride, and I'll see you when I get there. Bye guys. Hi guys, so I've just arrived in Skipton. I would love to film for you outside and show you a little bit of what Skipton's like, but unfortunately it's so windy today. I don't know if you can hear the wind, probably not, but it's just so windy that I think that you will be deafened if I try and film outside. So I'll film for you when I get into the shop. Okay, so I'm undecided whether to buy this like Hessian, well it is Hessian, but it's very coarse. But then there's also this other fabric which is called scrim. It's got, if you can see, little holes in. But I think if I was to put some cotton underneath, let's see. Yeah, that gives like a good coverage underneath them with the cotton. And then what I think I'll do is create my own ticking fabric, which will be great because I can show you how to use paint then on fabric. Look at this Christmas fabric. Oh, I'm trying to think of what I could do with it. This one is gorgeous. Wouldn't that be so nice for a rocking chair in like a baby's room? Oh, my nephew's just been born. I'm racking my brains to think of what I could do with it. There's some really lovely ones. This kind of reminds me of like a Provençal fabric. Okay, so I'm back at home now. I'm really sorry about the light. It's a funny day. It keeps going cloudy and then sunny, and I've rearranged everything in the room about 3 times so that you're not blinded by light. So I'm really sorry if I keep getting light on my face here. But so this is the chair, and the fabric that I bought in the end was this one, which is 100% cotton, and the colour is calico. It's kind of like an off-white, I suppose, like an old white. And then I've got the kind of Hessian fabric here that goes over the top. So once one goes over the top of the other, you can see that you know, you can't see through it as much, which will be lovely on the chair, I think, when it's done. I mean, you can't really tell at the moment. So I will do a separate video for you on reupholstering the seat pad for this chair. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to like this video if you would like to see that. But let's get on with lime washing the chair. So I'm not going to bother with this material at the moment because it's going to come off anyway, so I don't mind if it gets paint on. If it was a material that you were bothered about, then I would try and cover it up as best as you can. Chalk paint's really good to wipe off wood or other kind of solid surfaces, but if you accidentally get it onto fabric, it doesn't come off so easily. So what I'm going to need, or what you will need, is, let me just try and move you around a little. There we go. Okay, that's better. So what you will need to lime wash your chair is some paint. I like Old White to give it like that lime wash effect. So some Annie Sloan Old White. As you can tell, this has been very well used. And there's not that much left in there, but I think that it will do all right, at least for half the chair, and enough to show you anyway what I'm doing. So I've got my Annie Sloan brush. This is the medium brush, pure bristle brush. In my opinion, this is the best brush you can use for chalk painting. You can use ordinary brushes, they're fine. I just personally really love my Annie Sloan brush. So what I'm going to do is paint the wood. We're not dry brushing, so I mean you don't put a thick layer of paint on the chair, but you're not going to be too stingy with it. So I'm just going to give my paint a little bit of a mix up because it's been sitting for a few days. So, you know, I'm wiping my brush on the side, but I've still got a reasonable amount of paint on there. So what I'm going to do is I'll do it on this arm here so you can see. So I'm putting the paint on the arm of the chair. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait a few seconds, maybe, you know, a minute at the most, and then wipe it off. You don't want to wait too long because otherwise the paint will start to dry because you've only put a thin layer on, and then it will be more difficult to get off. So you want to kind of act as quick as you can. If it doesn't come off and you found that you've waited too long, a bit of water on a cloth will wipe it off, no problem. So it's not the end of the world. I'm going to use my trusty kitchen roll, but you can use any kind of lint-free cloth. So I'm now just going to wipe it off. And you should be able to see the wood coming back through there. Okay, so I think the whole thing about chalk painting is that it's a process. So if I just show you this now, you can see what the wood looks like. So it's starting to look a little bit aged. Now I actually don't like what's happened up here. Sorry, the light's just so bad today. I don't like what's happened up there because I think I've wiped off too much paint. So all I'm going to do is there should still be enough paint on my brush. I'm just going to paint back over. I'll wait a few more seconds and then I'll wipe it off again. So I'll just paint this bit while I'm waiting. If I was you, I would kind of paint whole sections rather than like a half of a bit, because you will be able to tell the difference when you wipe it off. So I'm going to keep going with this chair. and then I will show you the finished product. Just remember that if there is a bit that you don't like, you can just wipe it off with a wet cloth and start again. Okay, so I've finished working on the piece now. I've painted it all using the old white and then just wiping it back as I showed you before. One thing that I forgot to mention before was just make sure that you're wiping in the direction of the grain, because otherwise it can look a little bit messy. So it's actually gone a lot more weathered than I originally intended, but I think that's the really nice thing about painting furniture. It allows you to be creative and just kind of see how the piece evolves. As I was painting, I just thought it just really suited that kind of weathered, battered look, I suppose. I've just kind of folded the fabric that I bought and put it on top so you can see what it looks like. I am going to paint a stripe down the middle there. The bit that I like best actually are the legs of the chair. I think that they've turned out beautifully, so I will show you now what they look like. Okay, so these are the legs of the chair. It's really nice because they're like spindled, so the paint's taken really well. So what I did was painted around the spindle, and then as I wiped around like this with a cloth, and then the same on the legs there, and it's just given it a really worn look, but I think together with the rest of the chair it looks lovely. So you can see there, that's the finished product. There we go. Now all I have to do is wax it, and when I wax, some of the paint will kind of fade away with the wax, so the wood will kind of come back through again. So I will do that, and then I will post a picture for you on the end to show you what that looks like. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so that you can see more videos like this, and also the video of how I upholster and paint the fabric for this chair. Thank you, guys. Bye.